Hey, beautiful souls. How are we doing today? It is the start of a new week. Hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. All right. I know I did. So, that was good. So, the topic that I have for you all today is the notion of Black History Month. Okay. So, the things I'm going to speak about may be controversial because it's not what the system has taught you, okay? And so that's why I feel like it would be that way. Okay. So I mentioned this earlier today, but I do believe that only taking 1 month, and again, the shortest month out of the year at that. So really, if you think about it, depending on the year, also it can even be shorter because leap years and things like that. So the system literally decided to give our people the shortest month out of the year to celebrate something that should be celebrated 365 24/7. Okay, well, not 24/7, but it should be celebrated all year round, right? Did you call me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What you doing?
I'm making a video for my channel.
Go ahead.
Maybe I'll edit that part out, whatever. What was I saying? Oh, right. The system decided to give our people 1 month out of the whole entire year to be able to acknowledge and recognize the things that our people have done. And to me, that is it's like a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face to our ancestors. It's a slap in the face to all the things that they accomplished. It's a slap in the face to how pretty much they have helped this world to thrive. It's an insult. Like so but the thing is that I can't even necessarily get mad at our people. It's just more so like you just have to be mad at the system, and specifically the education system, because as we all know, the education system literally controls the narrative, right? And as I've been talking about lately in these videos about, seeing the whole picture, I feel like the education system does not grant that to its students, right? You're only getting part of the story. You're only getting a portion of what actually happened. And I feel like in that instance, when you do that, then you know what I'm saying? You're pretty much like stuck in a limited frame of mind, right? You think that this is the only thing that happened, not knowing that there was a whole other side to the story, or actually not even just on other side. It could be multiple sides of the story, but you're not getting that. Okay, you're not getting the full picture. You're only getting what they want you to know. You're only getting what they want you to see. You're only getting what they want to educate you with. And that's not going to help to progress us forward. It's just not. It's going to keep us in the same limiting systems, and the same limiting beliefs, and the same limited frames of mind, and the same limited consciousness, because we're not getting the full spectrum, which is done on purpose. Okay, this is all done strategically. They don't want you to know the full picture, because the moment that you understand the full picture, we would take over. Okay, they do not want that to happen because as of right now, the elites and the white people are in power right now. But the moment that you start to understand that because of us, because of our people, is the reason why they're even where they're at, oh baby, the whole thing gonna collapse. The whole system would collapse. Okay, so that's why I feel like it's important to not only educate, you know, yourself and children and others, with the education that the schools give you, but taking it even a step further and educating yourself outside of that, okay? Because as I said, you're only getting a piece of the puzzle. You're not getting all the other pieces to show you the full puzzle, the end result, right? And excuse me. Honestly, in this day and age with the internet and books and things like that, there really should be no reason why people just don't know, like, or don't try to learn more than what the education system is giving them. And I know that some things on the internet and in the books may have false teachings, may not be giving the full story, but at least you're taking the initiative to step outside of just what the education system has given to you, right? So that's just my take on that. But even in the instance of that, I still wouldn't necessarily put all my faith and trust in that either, because again, who's writing these books? Who's in charge of these search engines? Who's in charge of putting the information on the internet? It's not us. So, and I mean, granted, so far as internet wise, now with the books, yes, there are some people, are people who are writing the books, but majority of it is not, these books are not written by us, right? And if they are, they're not on public display. Like, you're not just going to go to Barnes and Nobles or, the bookstore, and you're going to see all these books written by us. No, again, it's all strategic. Like, it's like in a world full of information, there's still information that's being hidden from us so that we don't get to know who we truly are as a people. And in that instance, I'm not rocking with it. I'm not rocking with it at all, right? And so, I just, I challenge you all, during this month and beyond, okay, to look more deeply into history outside of what has just been taught to you. That's what I challenge you all to do, because it's like the more that you step outside of the limited the limited education that's given to you, the more you're going to be able to expand your consciousness, right? And the more that you expand your consciousness, the more that we as humanity will be able to evolve and move forward in a more forward motion, right? Because right now I feel like we're very stagnant. Like, things are sort of moving along, but then really when you really look at it, they're really not. A lot of things that should have I guess what's the word? I guess things that we really don't really need anymore are still set in place. And it's like, to me personally, I really have not seen much change. That's just my honest opinion. Others may feel differently, and that's okay. We can agree, disagree. But that's just my take on it, is that there are a lot of things excuse me, that are still set in place that are keeping us stagnant, that are keeping us stuck. And it's not contributing to our evolution. Okay. If anything, I think that we've been de-evolutionized. Like, we were once, very evolved, and as time went on, just everything just started to dwindle, right? And things started being hidden, and things started to be, you know, um, not passed down, from generation to generation. Because honestly, before there were like books, the internet, things like that, the history got passed down by word of mouth, right? The history got passed down from the older generations teaching the younger generations about, their culture, teaching them about um, their traditions, their beliefs, things like that. But over time, due to colonization, that started to be cut off, right? And we started relying on somebody else's interpretation of what they think history is, right? Again, all done on purpose, all done strategically to keep people in their narrative, okay? Because right now, they're telling their side of the story, but our side of the story and the other parts of the story to make up the whole are being pushed to the side so that you don't see, again, you don't see the full picture. So yeah, that really bothers me. Okay, that really, really, really bothers me, and it is really unfortunate that the education system, operates this way, which is why I said it's so important to do research and to read outside of, your K through 12, college, master's, PhD, like education. You have to, go outside of that. All right. And, also there's a lot of information and a lot of things that, you're not going to find on the internet, that you're not going to find in the books, because it was kept within certain cultures and in certain tribes for a reason, so that other people would not infiltrate. So that's why I feel like it's important to connect with your ancestors, right? Connect with your ancestors to get the full story. Because the more that you connect with your ancestors and your lineage, you'll get, those parts that are missing. I'm really a big advocate for, connecting with your lineage, connecting with your ancestors, knowing exactly, where you come from. Like, well, technically, our people are from all over the world because, we're the original humans, right? We're the originals. But, the thing is that, we have to learn all parts of that. If you only learn Black American history, then you're only getting one part of history. You're not learning about, the melanated people or the Black people in Asia. You're not learning about melanated people, in Africa. You're not learning about melanated people, in Australia. You're not learning about any of our people's histories in the other 6 continents. Which is why I feel like melanated people as a whole are disconnected, because, again, we're not learning each other's role or part in history. We're only being taught our portion. We're not being taught the whole thing. That's an issue. And the thing is that history has been distorted so much. It's just like, again, I don't honestly, at this point, I don't even necessarily even really rely on too many books because they probably didn't change it a few times. They probably have, put in their own, the system has put in their own version of what happened and not really what actually happened. Which is why I said connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your family, connecting with your lineage is so important. You cannot rely on somebody outside of you to learn more about you. So yeah, that's just my take on that portion. And then also something that I was talking about earlier was the notion of putting certain individuals on a pedestal, right? So when you put certain people in history on a pedestal, that you're basically saying that these people are the only people that helped contribute to the accomplishments and the achievements of our people. And when you do that, that screams savior complex to me. Like, that literally screams savior complex. Like, for example, I will give you I'll give you an example. MLK. Okay? When I say people literally worship that man, okay? And this is not to say that what he did was not good for our people, that, any of the things that he did, I'm not trying to minimize it. But you have to understand that it wasn't just him, right? He had a team of people with him. He had others with him. He had supporters, you know what I'm saying? He had other people who were on the same type of mission as him. Same with any other prominent Black figure, okay? Like, it wasn't just them. It's not a one-man show. And I feel like that's also done strategically to try to make it seem like we have to wait on someone to come and save us. And then when you start putting that type of programming into our people, then it's harder for us to come together as a collective and realize that we are the ones who are going to save ourselves, okay? It's not going to just be one person or one organization or one group of people. No, it's going to take all of us, okay? All of us. Anywhere from the common folk to those who are quote unquote in higher places, okay? It's going to have to take all of us in order to move forward. All right. So that's why I just feel like I feel like Black History Month is at least the way that's being taught in school. That's an issue for me. Because like I said, it gives the notion that only these certain individuals were responsible for the advancement of our communities, when that's not the case. Okay, everybody plays a role. Everybody has a part to play. And if anything, those people should be getting recognition too. Everybody who plays a part in the advancement of their people should be recognized. Period. Every single last person. Whether you know them, whether you do know them, whether you know them by name or not, it doesn't matter. They should still get the recognition that they deserve. Because as I said earlier, it's not a one-man show. One person didn't do it all. Okay, it took a group of people. It took the collective to move things forward. So this is not to say don't celebrate Black History Month. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying, though, is that if you're going to celebrate it, celebrate it in a way where all pieces of the puzzle are celebrated. Okay? Celebrate all of the contributions and all the people who played a role and all of our ancestors. Okay? So, that's just my take on this month. All right. And one last thing that I will say is that during this month, don't ask people for discounts. Okay? Like, if you see somebody who has a business, or they're an entrepreneur, don't ask for any discounts. If anything, this should be the month where entrepreneurs should be actually upping their prices, okay? And, we as the collective should be supporting them, right? So my thing is, don't ask anybody for no Black History Month deals, okay? If anything, you should be encouraging them to, up their prices. Or, I'm saying, up their, if what they do, they don't charge or anything, you should tell them, you should be, asking for, especially during this time, you should be asking for more. You know what I'm saying? Asking for more from, our people, asking for more from the collective, right? That's how you celebrate people. By uplifting them, right? Just something to think about. And because the thing is that when you ask for discounts from your own people, that's pretty much saying to them, like, I don't believe that whatever service or whatever product that you are providing is worth me paying the full price. Yet y'all will sit up and pay full price for what these white people create and the services that they give to you. That's just something I want y'all to think about. It is only our people who ask for discounts from our own people, when really you should be asking for discounts from people who are not our people. All right. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's just a little tidbit that I want to talk about, because I know that there are a lot more of our people who are, stepping into the entrepreneurial world. And I just want to say, raise the price on that ass. Okay, don't try to settle for less. Don't try to, negotiate, your prices. You said what you said. Okay. And don't let anybody try to, bully you, or, anything into changing your prices or complaining that it costs too much. If they want the service, they're going to pay for it. If they want the product, they're going to pay for it. Period. Okay? So don't let anybody try to tell you differently, that your prices are too much or whatever the case may be, because I'm telling you, it's probably somebody out there who's charging even more. And guess what? There are people who are paying for it. So, oh, my mother always used to tell me, sometimes you got to pay more for better. Okay, and not everything that's discounted is necessarily good for you. Okay, you want quality service, you're gonna have to pay quality dollar. Since we do live in a world that operates on money. Now, me personally, y'all know how I feel about money, so I won't even get into that. But since we are still operating in this system of money, right, then you should be, charging based on, your level of expertise. Okay? So, excuse me, that's why I'm saying, I feel like a lot of times when melanated people start their businesses, everybody's looking for a handout. Everybody's looking for a discount. Everybody's looking, you know what I'm saying, to get the family discount. And it's just like, no, that's super disrespectful. Do you know how much time and energy and, you know, heart and blood and sweat and tears that had to probably go into this? And then you want to sit up and have the nerve to ask somebody for a discount. Like, and then, like I said, as I said earlier, y'all are paying full price for stuff that is not even made by your own people. Like, that's just a slap in the face. Again, it's a slap in the face to your own people. Like, come on now. That's just something that I want y'all to keep in mind during this month. And as I said, you know, this month should not be the only month that you celebrate your people, your ancestors. It should be 365 all the time. You know what I'm saying? Continuously learning about our history and finding those missing pieces and finding, you know, other sides of the story to get the full picture. All right. So that is what I have for you all for today. I hope you all have a good rest of your week, and I will see you back here next time for the next video. Peace and blessings.